Hey, I'm Joyce. Welcome to Friends Drift In. Today we're talking about the ins and the outs, the good, the bad, and the ugly of owning a business in Appalachia. Stand by for news.
For old-fashioned recipes and your gardening needs, while sipping on Kentucky bourbon. You sit right back in your big red hat. We're taking rural back from the urban. Listen to the stories with Kentucky proud. Share the giggles with all of your friends. You all are tuned in to Friends Drift In.
Hey, y'all, I'm Joyce.
I'm Charlie.
Welcome back to Friends Drift In. It's been a little bit, and we have been surely busy and surely blessed.
Yes, we are.
So, tell them what we've been up to, Charlie.
Well, let's see. We were at the World Chicken Festival for 4 days. That was a good weekend. We had to have saw Colonel Sanders times five or six.
Yeah.
But the World Chicken Festival celebrates the first ever Kentucky Fried Chicken, which is right between Corbin and London in Laurel County, which is London is the county seat. Those people there were very nice to us. Had a really good weekend, other than the brakes and the truck going out. That's another story.
If you think about London and Corbin, it's kind of halfway between the state, but it's not really central. It's more situated closer to Tennessee than to Ohio, if you will.
If you know where Lexington at, it's basically south of Lexington on 75. So it's really easy to get to. But the World Chicken Festival has been a big festival. It had several thousand people there.
Not as much as they usually expect,
yes.
But certainly people were out. They were not wearing masks.
Right.
Everybody is talking about the festival. It was very well organized.
Yes, it was.
The organizers were very friendly. Everything was, you pulled up as a vendor. Sometimes it can be chaotic when you arrive, but they were Johnny on the spot. They knew where to send you, how to do it, what you needed to park, what you needed to expect. They were really good. We were blessed to be right in front of the courthouse, which was an excellent spot.
Yes, it was.
And we were right beside the Laurel County's finest, the sheriff department there, who were very gracious.
Yes, they were.
And it was fun to see people out. Of course, the Chicken Festival is known for the world's largest cast iron skillet, which is so cool. One of the things I observed with the Chicken Festival was where we have Hillbilly Days, which is kind of our community festival, and it's one of the biggest festivals in Kentucky. And when Hillbilly Days comes, a lot of the locals leave town. I mean, it's just such chaos. But Corbin, London. I always say Corbin, and it was London. They were so proud. They were just so proud of this festival and so excited to be able to put it on, and really took a lot of pride in saying, hey, we are the Chicken Festival. So I want to shout out, we got to see the parade. I'll drop a few little links of that. It was a very patriotic parade. Very patriotic, lots of red, white, and blue. I couldn't speak with certainty, but I think the theme was hometown heroes. And certainly in Kentucky, we have a lot of vets.
We do.
We have a lot of people that are first responders. Kentucky people are kind of salt of the earth people and give, and it was really good to be with the people in Corbin. We did a fair amount of business. It was good. We got to see, I'm going to drop some links, but we got to see a celebrity chef from the Food Network, which, that's always a bonus for me because I used to chase him all the time, and now he came to me. Hey, how about that?
Of course, the high tunnel's still going. We're getting our peppers. These are our red peppers. We're using our red pepper jelly.
Pepper jelly, and coming up on the holidays, we do a lot of red pepper jelly, y'all. In case you don't know, if you're new here, check down in the links below. We do a line of gourmet jams and jellies, and pepper jellies, especially during the holidays, tailgating season. That's a really big deal.
Somebody wants to get on camera.
This is the ham.
Otherwise known as bull, because he's so bull-headed.
He's the least one. He is the least one, but he is the one that is always the pushiest, just the pushiest little cat. But the red pepper's still going. We'll probably get another couple weeks of production. We might get one more picking, maybe, you think? Or was that it?
That might have been it today, because this cool weather is really cut back on
It
the
started to
peppers.
get cold in the evening. It was 61, 62 last night.
It got in the 50s last
Did
night
it?
outside, yeah.
Outside. So, it's starting to get cooler here in Kentucky's Appalachia. The leaves are just starting to get a little yellow. We're not seeing those big, bright, bold colors fall, but we're seeing the yellow, and we're certainly seeing the leaves tell us that, time is short. Time is short for summer. Still warm.
Yep. It's apple butter season for
It
us.
is apple butter season, and I grew up.
Ow.
Oh yeah, I go again. Ow! If y'all have ever cooked apple butter, you know that it splatters, and it's something else. And we've already run 700 jars, and only have another
4,300 to go.
And we've been doing that without Jake.
Sorry,
'Cause
5,300 to go.
Jake has been, in college trying to do his thing, and when he's not there, I know it sounds crazy, but when he's not with us, I mean, it cuts our production, because Shirley and I just get tired when we have to do runs by ourselves. It's that third man makes a lot of difference on the line.
As we said, ham central. Now he climbs up my pant leg. Oh, now he wants the attention too. Bless his little heart. He is
So,
rotten.
but the apple butter, we're really tickled to be getting that out. We shout outs to Matt Jamie down at Bourbon Barrel Foods, and we're going to be doing another announcement in a couple of weeks about somebody else
Yep,
we're doing some
they'll do.
apple butter for. We're really excited about that. Things that we have observed, we talk to people when we set up at a festival. We are talkers. We're not just, yes, we want to sell our jam, but we're interested in learning about people and what they're seeing and what they're doing. And I thought it was really interesting what some of the people were talking about. Because we said, wait, where are you from? What do you do? And we talked to a Swans rep. If y'all don't, Swans is the food company. And he was talking about how that they were having some trouble getting chicken and eggs. Chicken and eggs was a real problem. And of course, we laughed, because I like chicken a lot, y'all. And usually we raise our own chicken. We've kind of taken a break from that for a while we're concentrating on the jam. But the next day, after we got back from the festival, I had Charlie stop at Kentucky Fried Chicken. And what was crazy was they didn't have all the chicken that we wanted. There were certain ones that they were limiting and restricting, and said, due to circumstances beyond our control, we just don't have it right now. And that's kind of troubling, especially in Kentucky. You think, you should have fried chicken in Kentucky.
There's a lot of chicken raised in Kentucky.
There is. With poultry down in Western
Kentucky
Kentucky is a poultry heavy. That's one of the big. That's one of the big economies for the farmers in Western Kentucky. We talked to another person who was a rep that did a lot of screen printing and novelty type items, promotional items. They said hats. They all said hats gonna be hard to get. They're having trouble getting hats, and if they can get them, they're having to pay a war price for them. So y'all, if you see hats around promotional and you see them for free, you better get them up, especially if you're a farmer, because I know we go through hats like nobody's business. We sweat them, they get dirty. I mean, I throw them in the washer and wash them, but after a while, you don't want anybody to see you in public, but it's not so bad to go down to the farm in. So hats was something that they saw they were seeing a shortage on. What else would we talk to people that were saying that they were seeing?
Well, we just mostly the same thing. Supply problems on a lot of different things. Of course, obviously in our business, jars.
Jars
Glass
and
jars
lids.
are hard to come by. Lids, and for your home canners, it's the same thing for the
Same.
commercial canners. We're having a hard time getting those. That's one of those things you can buy them up while you can if you're going to need them. We're on an email list every time they come due. We try to order as many as they'll let us order, because they're limiting on our orders too.
We were talking to one of our friends that manages she works for a school cafeteria, does with the schools.
Right.
And she was talking about, some of my friends were talking about, they were having trouble getting food in on the supply chain. She said that she wasn't having as much trouble with food as she was with
Trash bags.
Styrofoam trays, things that are made with petroleum. So that was slowing her down. Some people have a monkey on their back. Some people have a cat. Oh, mercy, cat, you're killing me. So we apologize for not being on the air for a long time, but we have been really busy with this apple butter thing, and we, we're trying to do the festivals. And we've always talked about when we do these videos, we do them, obviously we want to promote our Friends Drift In jams. We make no bones about that. And we also want to promote Appalachia and let you put a face with somebody from Appalachia, because there's so many misconceptions about who Appalachians are and what we do. But we also do this as kind of a video log for our nephews and nieces. And we kind of have to talk about the ups and the downs of doing business, because, they're not getting enough common sense stuff in the schools sometimes. And so business for an entrepreneur like us, where we're just kind of getting rolling with our jam business and trying to make that roll. And you gain money and you lose money. So this past 2 or 3 weeks, we had planned to do a couple of shows, festivals, and that were home here in the mountains, that were close. That way we don't have a lot of overhead. It's people we know. We have a lot of fun doing the home shows, and we like to support our local people, and our local festivals, and do that kind of thing. And so we're blessed with these big apple butter orders. But
it takes time.
It takes time. And the bottles that we jar for one particular client didn't come in.
Right.
They were like 2 weeks late. So we have already put out, we had already upfronted money for the apples, and the sugar, all that. We had already put our money up for that. The jars didn't get here. We knew that, we work at Kane Kitchen, so we could only get a few days.
Had kitchen time already scheduled.
Time already scheduled, so that we would be ahead of the game.
Before we went to the last
festival. Cat, you're killing me. But then, so the bottles were late. So that puts us behind in our production. And not only does that put us behind in our production because the truckers got here late, but it also knocked us out of 2 festivals. And while we're glad, we are so blessed to have wholesale clients, when we sell retail, obviously we're getting a little bit better margin. And cash being what it is, our cash flow, it sure would have been nice to be able to do those festivals and have that little bit of extra padding. But we had to give up those festivals in order to fulfill the orders for our clients. So that's kind of the way business goes sometimes.
Yes, it is.
I don't know that, how much money we lost by doing that, we don't know. It's missed opportunity.
Yes.
But you have to try to honor what you said you're going to do. So that's what we're trying to do, is try to keep our customers happy, even though it kind of bites a little bit.
Well, one of them has been a long-term friend and long-term customer, so we're going to do what's right to make sure his stuff gets done. And the one we're getting ready to announce probably next week is also a long-time friend. So, those are 2 commitments. Even if we wanted to, we just couldn't do it.
We couldn't do it.
Not who we are.
And we just look to see, we say, all right, and when one door closes, another opens, So we're hoping for a little bit more success with maybe some of the holiday festivals, and we're hoping that y'all will order some jam. We're really tickled.
Yep.
Our jam's been doing very well. Of course, we have the store online. We're getting ready to do a few more additions to that shortly.
Right.
They're shifting our servers right now, so I've kind of let it set, but I'll be getting after that in a week or 2. As far as things that are going on, if you're a fan of Mom's doing fine. Jake's doing fine. We were blessed when we were down at Corbin. We got to see 2 of our college friends, Belinda and Beth. Belinda is a computer geek type person,
Right.
and Beth is a veterinarian. And we were really glad to see them.
Yep.
If you know me for a long time, I say I'm a woman of a certain age. And, and as I get older and the hair gets a little grayer, my perspective changes. And one of the things that I guess we've seen this trip was Belinda's daughter, Ella. I think of her as the little girl that used to sit. I have an antique kid's chair that was my dad's. And then I sat in it, and then I had it on my fireplace for years and years, and Ella used to sit in it. And now she's graduated from pharmacy school, and an adult, you know, saving for a house and just bought a car. And the conversations that we have with these young people that we used to bounce on our knees is kind of mind-boggling.
Our friends are getting old with us. That's the thing.
Our friends are getting old with us, and we've lost some friends over the last week. That's another thing that had kind of messed up our video schedule. Not messed up. We're not sorry. I mean, I'm not being selfish or centered. I'm just trying to explain. You know, we lost a very dear friend last week, and not only our friend but our doctor. Yes. And
sad day.
Very sad day. Not much older than us.
2 years.
2 years older than us. I used to bounce his kid on my knee in church, and he's a doctor now too.
Yeah.
So I guess we're feeling our age.
But good thing about it, we got doctors and pharmacists to come. The next generation coming up as well.
And if Jake gets done what he's going to get done, then we'll be able to get glasses for the rest of our life.
That's right.
So even in the darkest times, there's things to smile about, and we count our blessings every day. As fall rolls around, you know, we usually think, oh, you know, when we farm, we think fall, finally we can take a breath. But this year, because you know, we're in Kentucky, you know, they've shut us down for so long. I mean, they even shut down 4 weeks ago. They shut down one of the festivals we were going to do. So we've had all these lockdowns. So we really have to make up some time with festivals. And let me tell you, I love festivals. I mean, I really do. Once I get to them, Charlie will tell you I hate to travel, but once I'm there, I usually enjoy them. But it's hard, you know, it's hard to stand all day and smile and talk to people. It's hard to load up your jam and get it out. One of our friends, Gina Massini, who is, she's a competitor, but our friend, she's still our friend. You know, we've known her a long time. I always laugh at her because she posts online, and it's the trials and tribulations of the what does she call it? The jam wagon or the jam truck. And, you know, she tells about as she's delivering her jams to her clients and the crazy things that happen to her. And I mean, she's had some health issues, and her husband has had some health issues, and you know, it's just life. But sometimes it sucks when it's like that. And I guess one of the trials and tribulations, we talk about being prepared. You know, we're not crazy preppers preparing for the end of the world, but we try to be prepared for just the everyday situations that turn up. And I'm so proud. I've got we've got our go bags to get home. You know, we've got this, we've got that. What happened this past weekend?
Well, we were on our way back from London to Somerset. We were staying with our friend Belinda, and the brake line on the truck broke.
Now, y'all.
So you had brakes, but they were very limited.
If you lived in the flatlands, it wouldn't have been near as dramatic. But when you're going up the hill and then down the hill and up the hill and down the hill, and here's the kickers. Here's what I'm getting about with the preppers. One, it never occurred to us to put brake fluid in the car as a backup, just in case. So here we are with no brakes. We get in the car right after the festival in for one night. We get in, we got no brakes. So the first thing Charlie does is we head to a little gas station convenience store. Convenience store number 1, no brake fluid.
Sold out.
Convenience store number 2.
Sold out.
No brake fluid. Convenience store number 3 finally had some brake fluid, but our lines were so busted that it didn't matter. Yeah. But the point is, if you know that, you know, brake fluid is something I want to put on our list. Yeah. And we were so frustrated because it is night. We don't really know the roads.
And it's a Friday night.
Yeah, you know, what are you going to do? You can't go, you can't get it in a mechanics, really. So, here we are trying to figure out what to do. We hobble along back to where we're staying with Belinda. And the next day, Charlie takes it to a mechanic that opens really early in the morning. We were blessed.
Give a shout out to Cottrell Tire and Auto. They were at 7:30 in the morning. They knew we were out of town. They tried to fix it and had it fixed. And then they close at 2, so at 1:45 when they get it done, they test it out the line beside the one that broke.
So
it was Monday getting it back.
But it wasn't our fault. I mean, you know, we were blessed. They did a good job. They did us well. But we're so frustrated because we can't put all of our jam out at the booth every day. We add more to it, you know. So we have to get the jam out of the, you know, we have to get jam out of the truck. And in all of this confusion to get the jam out of the truck and be sure that we've got enough to make it through the days, what did we do? We left the get-home bags in the truck. Duh! Duh! You know, so much for being prepared. So we didn't have rain ponchos. We didn't have, you know, our extra backup medicines. We didn't have Band-Aids. We didn't have church key to get water if we needed. We didn't have a lot of things that we normally carry just as a course of doing business. You know, we'd extra zip ties, you know, just stuff that you need for your booth and stuff that you need just if you break down along the road and you got to walk a little ways. We didn't have any of that. We felt really stupid, but it's just the way it was that time. You know, it was just, you know, pressure, y'all.
Yeah,
pressure.
As much as you want to think about doing stuff, sometimes you forget. And, you know, we always have something in our vehicles. It's never a question, but when you don't have your vehicle, it's a problem. We were lucky enough that Belinda had an extra vehicle, let us borrow her vehicle, and we appreciate that as well.
That was a big blessing to us, and it made us being able to do the festival possible, and to still come out ahead of the game as far as our income a little bit and getting our name out. So.
And Mark and Nita and Jacob came down on Sunday with the pickup to help us haul everything that wouldn't fit in Belinda's car. So.
Yeah, no way. I mean, when you got a tent and tables and props and jam, I mean, there's a lot, y'all. Yeah. There's a lot. Yeah. And Belinda's car certainly wouldn't haul it. And, you know, in all of this, Charlie's back went out for a little bit. And, you know, he had a little bit of a problem with that. So, I mean, it's just one thing after another. So, I guess the summation is we've been busy. You know, we've been really busy.
We have.
We've had some tragedies. We've had some big blessings.
Yes, we have.
We're still on this side of the ground, and for now, we'll take that.
As my friend says, better to look at the grass from the green side than the root side.
For now, we're good with that. We are blessed that Jake was able to come and get us, and Anita and Mark. We were blessed that our friends rallied around us to help us get finished up with the festival. We're blessed to be home. We're blessed that our kitchen didn't skin us alive because time is really short. You know, the time allotments are short and they're scheduled tight. Yep. And they didn't get mad at us when we had to cancel a couple of days because we just couldn't. You know, I can't go over there and make apple butter by myself, y'all. When you're working on a 40-gallon steam kettle of jam and it's bubbling, it's bubbling and popping, and you know you're trying to stir it and get it all together, and plus you got to get it in the jars. You know it's intense when we do it.
Yes, it is.
I think that we've gotten a little older and a little patient with each other. We haven't had any drama the last 2 times doing it by ourselves, which is really remarkable if you know us. But you know, we just keep after it. We encourage all of you to keep after it. Keep your faith. Stand your ground. Hold the line. Pray for you. Pray for yourself. Pray for your family. Pray for this country. Pray for the world. We're in a mess. But every day it's 1 foot in front of the other.
1 foot in front of the other, exactly.
1 foot in front of the other. And some days it's harder than others, but at the end of the day, we've got each other, and
if you keep 1 foot in front of the other, you keep making distance. You're always on going in the right direction.
Don't look back. Go forward. Go forward. I reckon that's about all I got to say.
Buy some jam.
Buy some jam.
Buy some apple butter. We're doing a lot of apple butter.
Subscribe below. Buy some jam. Thanks for hearing us out. We hope y'all are doing well. I'm Joyce.
I'm Charlie.
We're Friends Drift In. Catch you soon.